All right, we officially have stepped into a time warp back to the 50s. Okay, we're here in South St. Paul looking at another building. We're gonna be given a tour just to see if it's a possibility for us to purchase and rent out. So let's check it out. Okay, we're behind the scenes in the auditorium, which has not been used, but this could be a great space for presentations, movies, or whatever else. So there's a lot of potential here. I like it. All right, we officially have stepped into a time warp back to the 50s, which is awesome. This is the surprise of this episode, so let's check this out. Well, the old office where we used to be, 212 East 7th Street, we had a ping pong table. We actually have a few of those pictures still on Google, but we had to wrap it up. You know, the more the business grew, the less time we had for ping pong, but I think we're gonna be able to do it right now. All right, we're gonna be going upstairs. It's called the penthouse. Let's see how this compares to the other penthouse. All right, guys, we just finished a tour of the building. We met the owners, Linda and John, very nice people. They've been here for about 20-25 years and are looking to move on. So they have interesting new business, which I think is great. It's wind turbines.
Yeah.
So
I've been looking into those and would love to own a couple here a few years down the line.
So let's go to our next one. We have one more, and that'll be it. Our next appointment is about 20 minutes, so we decided to take a little break, get some coffee, recharge, and then head on.
Hi, I'm Andy Hessness. I'm a Principal Project Manager with the City of St. Paul's Department of Planning and Economic Development. We're here today at the Public Safety Annex Building.
All right, everybody, we're at our second location, the Annex Building, which is a police training station, or used to be a training station. Maybe it still is, we don't even know, but there's a shooting range here. Ryan's got his gun. I think we're gonna pop out a few, and after that, we're gonna do the entire vlog and see maybe if we wanna buy this building. Let's go. Oh, do you know what this is? Isaac.
Floppy disk. That's a floppy disk.
Ladies and gentlemen, our camera guy does not know what this is.
It's a floppy disk.
Sloppy disk.
3.5 days.
I don't know.
We just got back from checking out 2 commercial properties. One was in South St. Paul and the other one was in downtown St. Paul, really close to our current office. And we wanted to sit down and give everybody a kind of a recap of what all of us thought about the different properties. You guys want to start with South St. Paul?
Yeah, let's start with that one.
Okay. Well, that building was what, about 100,000 square feet.
Yep.
Including the warehouse, yeah.
Yeah, we met the owners there that have been there for 20 some years. Very nice people. Was it Linda and John?
Yes, that's right.
And then John. Yeah.
Okay. What was some of your thoughts, Dario, on it?
I think the building was structurally in pretty decent shape. I think that there's been a lot of deferred maintenance at that building. They've been kind of just limping along to make it work when in fact they should have been replacing the elevators, updating the boilers, updating the fixtures as well as the finishes throughout the building. So if you look at the building through our blog here, you'll see some of those 50s, 60s, 70s finishes that will need to be updated for us to be able to rent it out at a premium like we would like to for this building to work. So.
All right. I know, Ryan, you had spoke with Linda regarding some of the financials, economics behind the building, occupancy. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure, there were about 15 different tenants in the building, and they said that they were currently 40% occupied. Of course, I wanted to know more about the numbers, so I started digging in on the utilities. They have a 1950s boiler system, one running on natural gas and another on what was it,
Oil?
cooking? Oh yeah, cooking oil.
Cooking
something
oil
like
is something.
that. But, between the gas and the heat, they were about $30,000 a month in utilities, which is a pretty dramatic number, which is equal to about what they're taking in rent. The
We could
location.
tell the owners cared and they wanted to do their best.
Super
but
nice
with
people,
what
yeah.
they had. They've definitely done their best.
Yeah, I think the fact that it was outdated, it was kind of a rainy, cloudy day. It was just like a depressing way to look at the building. I think the highlight for me was the ping pong table area.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in all, I think that whole building requires a lot more renovation and construction than the 161 Exchange building that we're looking at. So after that one, we went to the
Annex building.
Annex, yep, the current or whatever police training station, which is in downtown St. Paul, a couple of blocks away from our office,
And which should be condemned, by the way. In addition of that building, if any one of us owned that building and operated, I'm sure the city of St. Paul would come after us.
yeah.
The hypocrisy was a little off-putting.
Yes.
Right. So I'm sure Isaac's going to cut a couple of those shots in there to show everybody. But that was a little bit different. Typically, we go on showings where we're the only people there. There's actually quite a few people there. We'll just say about 20 different people.
Yeah, I would say.
We met people that we knew in the industry. A lot of commercial real estate people, construction people. So this is a kind of a highly coveted area building that people are looking to renovate.
Great location.
Right, yeah.
I
But
think we also realized that the commercial game is a much tighter knit circle. I mean, we saw 2 of the same people that I've seen just in the last month and a half there.
Yep.
So if we get into this space, I think we're gonna start to get to see more of the same people around. But the building itself was very chopped up, had a lot of concrete block everywhere and a lot of maze type, certain doors that led to nowhere. And
I just didn't. I didn't feel it all. I didn't like it. I love the location. Get me wrong, but I think from what we need to do to get it stabilized and get it ready for us to be a tenant in there, let alone somebody else, it would require a lot more work, and also working with the city, the licenses, the permits, etc. We're still going to have those high costs when it comes to elevators, sprinkler systems. So it was going to be a considerable amount of work, and like Ryan said, I mean, really the layout, we got lost a couple of times, like we didn't know where we were, so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
there was not any wow factor to the building.
I think the only wow factor was the garage. As far as being able to park in our own building, being able to lease that out to other residents or people that are working around there. I think that was the best part of it. That's what kind of attracted us to this deal. But after walking through it and looking at what needs to be done, we're definitely considering on passing.
Yeah, I think basically said it, the garage and
The
building.
location is all that I
The
really liked
location,
about
the
it.
garage with 48
I thought
stalls.
the garage was wonky. I didn't see
Well, yeah,
it
I
as
mean,
very
it was
useful.
kind of,
Yeah.
it was all right. It was nothing crazy. But we looked at a couple different options. They're both about, well, actually, one was 100,000 square feet. The other one's like 75, 80,000
Yeah.
square feet. The one that was 100 was the South St. Paul. The one that we just looked at in downtown, that was 75, the annex building.
The 100,000 in South St. Paul though actually included a warehouse across the street that we didn't even look at.
Oh, that's a good point. You know, if it wasn't raining, we would have had a drone shot so we can take a look at the entire area. But I think as far as right now, both of those buildings to me, they're way out. Tomorrow is going to be another interesting vlog. We have a 2 o'clock appointment to check out the Ecolab building, which is going to be a major remodel by a couple different groups that do a few different buildings around here. And that could be a possible new tenancy for us, but we don't know yet. We're just considering all of our options. This is something that we have to do. We have to consider anything and everything, right?
Absolutely. I mean, whether we rent something, whether we buy it and fix it up and rent it to someone else, or we just build something new specifically for our use, I think all options remain on the table.
Right, and you know, we were talking about the first place building right now. The momentum would shift towards, or you know, that would have, you know, kind of put everything else, you know, off the table, as if we have a potential tenant that is interested in leasing out 25% of that building. You know, how much more likely would we be to
think
go in there?
It's a dramatic shift in the financial aspect of this whole transaction. It gives us a lot more strength when we go to the bank. It gives us a lot more confidence as far as covering our carrying costs. Right now, what we pay for rent is only a small fraction of our monthly carrying costs in any of these buildings, so having a tenant on lock makes a huge difference.
Great. Yeah, I'm excited to see the next one. So
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. See you guys.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Daniel Krakowski, the EVP of VSM Real Estate. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe down below, or if you're ready to join the movement, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching.